Okay, for you guys that have early 60s Chevy trucks, 62, 64, I think all the way up to 66 last year for this body style. If you're looking for a set of fender well headers, you're not going to find anything that fits exactly, so I'll give you the model number here in a little bit. But these are the Schoenfeld fender well headers. Right, they loop over the steering column. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap these with some of that heat wrap, and so what you got is I don't have any fender wells in this truck. I got tilt front end, but it's same difference. There's a bolt that's like right here in the steering column. This is a manual shift car truck. That's got to be taken out, but it's going to bind. It's just going to kiss the headers just a little bit, but it's not really going to hurt you anything because it's well supported over here, and there's another bolt on the other side. So you're just missing one bolt. So I don't think it's any big deal. At least I say that now. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap these things. And so I noticed it really does keep the underhood temperatures nice. Doesn't burn anything up. You don't have to worry about your plug wires or any of that happy horse shit. So let's get out of here, okay? So this is the header wrap I ordered from Summit. Use any one you want, And what's odd is I could have sworn I ordered. Well, it says natural color, but it certainly is black, isn't it? That's black to me. You know what? These are getting wrapped regardless if it's black or not. I really don't care what color it is. It would have been nice to just have the white, the natural color, but the natural color does get dirty after time. I think, from what I understand, is the black. It seems to me that I think they dye it really, because you know what? I had some black. I'll show you what happens here. This stuff was black at one time. And look what happens. I guess the dye burns out of it after time. So I don't know what the deal with that is, but we're going to use what we got, what they shipped us, because I don't feel like ordering it, returning it, and getting another package again. It was probably just packaged wrong. Who knows? So we'll go with that. Oh yeah, I might want to mention too that so these are 1.75 inches outside. So they say for every foot you need 38 inches of wrap. So I'm going to round it up. I'm going to say 40 inches. Some areas you can get around the pipes real nice, but there's some areas like this where the two pipes come together, especially on the other one on the passenger side. It's very tight, so you're going to have to wrap around the two pipes together, not individual. So that's just the way it goes. And then as you work your way down, you want to tuck everything in nice and tight, and then you do your collector pipe. But what I usually do is I don't even use those band clamps that they sell, those little clamp things. What I'll do is I'll just tuck it underneath one and then work my way down, and it stays. I had a set of headers. In fact, I have these set of headers right here. These old AK 5000s, which are probably from, if I'm not mistaken, these things are probably from the 90s. And you can see they stayed fine. I mean, they're all torn up because trying to get them back out again, but they work. They're fine. So that's what we're going to do. So basically that's it. Just take your time with it. wrap it up, unwrap it if you don't got it right. It's kind of, once you, it's like I said, you got to estimate how much, when you go over the 2 pipes together, of course you're going to need more of the fabric. It, like you see me wearing gloves, the stuff's messy. It looked, and came off with my fingers. It also is fiberglass, so it's going to cut you up. If you just put it in a little bit of water though, it'll make the fabric a little more easier to work with. That's what I've always done. And it'll once it dries, it heats up, it'll stick better to the pipe. It'll be pretty good. Now these pipes were coated with heat paint. I don't know how well that's going to work. Some Rust-Oleum stuff. It's supposed to be good till I forget what it was, like 2,000 degrees or something like that. Hopefully these pipes never see it that much, but yeah, that's pretty much it. A couple minutes here, I'll put the pipe on the truck and I'll show you what it looks like. So that's the final product. Yeah, the headers are all wrapped up and it's close, but you still have pretty good, you have a little tiny bit of room around the steering column out around there, but that part doesn't turn. This part here, this right here does not turn, so it's just this part here. I don't know if you can see up in there. You got room, you got plenty of room. See that? So you got plenty of room around the steering column. Your wires, you're easy to get the plugs out, no sweat. But I must warn you, if you have some heads like these are Trick Flow Twisted Wedge. I had to, in this area here where the spark plugs go in, you have to trim a little bit on the header pipe and also the gasket because it binds up in here because they come out at a different angle. They're a little bit different than the stock Chevy heads. I'll show you the other side. And chickens are in the way. And this side here, you can see the motor for the heater. This is where it was cut because it used to come up and it used to hit right into here. So you got to cut this, you got to drop it, but you can't go too far this way towards the collector because you're not going to be able to weld around it. So it's a little tricky. And then you got to fiddle fart around with, connecting the 2 ends together. Probably, I cut it totally out and then kind of pieced it, which was kind of hokey. I should have just pie cut it and then kind of worked it around a bit. That probably would have been a little better. But it's in there, it's sealed, it doesn't leak. So, it's all good. The header wrap ain't exactly pretty, but it really keeps the under hood real cool in here. You don't get nothing burnt. That's why I do it. I've had it for years. So, I also added the locks, the header locks, but the part that is supposed to lock it in, it's very close sometimes. So you got to trim it off a little bit to make it fit. And then you throw your snap ring on. And that's it. Okay, hope that was helpful. See ya.